Madness Podcast, the best of the underground. Make madness your ritual.
Hey folks, how's it going? I'm the Hexakin from ritualmadnesspodcast.com. I wanted to give kind of a little bit of show a little bit of what's available on ritualmadnesspodcast.com. All you have to do is type in ritualmadnesspodcast.com, and we'll click over to the screen here real quick, and this is what you will see. It'll pull up our front page here, as you can see up in the corner or up in the top there in the browser bar is ritualmadnesspodcast.com. It says here, Ritual Madness Podcast, a podcast website designed for the underground. And it is here in the Twin Cities that we make our home. I just wanted to show you a few things on the podcast website here. Our home page will bring you right to the top of the page. Our episode tab will bring you to a bunch of different episodes as we scroll down here. As you can see, at this particular time, I've got 170 episodes put up on here, and you can click each one of these, and it will bring you to the place where you can play them directly. I'll go scroll down a little bit, and you can see some of the artwork that we put together for some of the shows and some of the flyers here. And we can get down here a little ways, and I've had some duplicates, people coming on again and again, and they want to come and hang out and do another show or two. And we've got a lot of stuff in the beginning, as you can see here. This right around this time here at 1:15 is I was doing multiple episodes where I had limited software to work with, so I had to do it in two parts. And as you can see, I would release like the first half one week and the second half the other week. And it has since changed, and I've moved directly to better software, and I edit it as a single piece now, and I can do them as long as I want right now. So here's your episode tab right up here. And then some of the bands that have been featured on Ritual Madness Podcast is the next tab here. We got American Head Charge, Red Desert, Bill from Metal Soda, Emergent, the tattoo shop that we use often is Lowbrow Saints Tattoo Collective, Kobaloy, Blood War, Iridius, Portraits of War, Gorgatron, Cantharone, Capital Guitars, a nice, really, really cool guys who run Capital Guitars. They've done a lot of backline for us and a lot of cool things. Super, super nice guys. Incinerate, Pripyat, Endless Rain, Nuisance, Hate Beast, Reaping Asmodea. The smiley face here is Piranha. We got some Mutation, Buried Above Ground, which is doing really good things right now, running around and touring and doing stuff like that. Beast Face, Blue Felix, they've been doing a lot of good stuff. Mirror of Being, they just won an award for a breakout artist, actually. So they're coming up, and some other shows that we have here. The Root of All Evil show here in Minneapolis on Fresh Air Radio's KFAI. We've got Disciples of the Watch podcast, and we have Roar the Underground, which is another show on KFAI. Very cool that they're allowing us to have so many cool spots and cool things here in the Twin Cities. But you get the idea. There's a lot of bands, some artists, some photographers, some studios, promoters. Leo presents some really good promoters here in the Twin Cities, and so that's what we have here in the featured on RMP. Local music rituals. Now this is something that I just had to redo again. We had one of the members of the NYDM, a good friend of ours, family to me as well, because we're all family in the NYDM. Anyways, our friend Logos was doing our calendar, and since I'd gotten a better job, and we're back on our own doing our thing. So that's what we had to do is we put a calendar together, and so we've got a little calendar. We've got some nice shows coming up here. Looks like episode 171 with Common Choirs is going to be doing the live podcast here this coming Friday. As a matter of fact, it shows it right here. But we also have one of our Lee's Liquor Lounge shows that we're putting together here in the Twin Cities. And yeah, up here on the top, you can go from month to month. We've got, I think we're out a couple months here on the calendar. Yeah, I know we're in April, May. I believe I have a few in May as well. But it's another piece. And if you're watching this and you're in a band and you're in the Twin Cities, I mean, I will honestly, if I start getting more stuff, we used to cover 5 states of shows, and now since I'm doing it myself, that I'm down to just Minnesota right at this particular moment. So we will cover some more states. I'm just gonna get it back up and running. So we do have the local music rituals, which is going to be whatever I see coming through here. And if you've got, like I said, if you're in a band or have friends that are in them, I always want to help and promote and do whatever I can. So I always have people push it on over. So if you can do that, you can send it to Ritual Madness Podcast at Gmail, by the way. And then we've got the Photo Madness, which is another thing that I just put in here, which is a lot of some of the live shows and some of just some of our first guests, some of how the studios changed as well. Some live shows that we've done at Lee's Liquor Lounge. Whoops, that's some of the shows that we've done at Lee's Liquor Lounge. Bunch of different bands, bunch of different guests being silly in the studio. It's been fun. So I want to make sure that you guys know how to do all of that. I'm sure you know how it's and to contact us is right here. You can see, you can get a hold of me. It'll say what we're doing here, and you can hit me up on Facebook here. And look, it's a picture with me with no beard. But you can hit me up on Facebook. It's the best way to get a hold of me. Or let's see here, Ritual Madness Podcast at Gmail is another one. Looks like I got a little error code up there. I'm gonna have to check that out. But anyways, so we've got those top bars, and I'm sure you know how to run a website. And we'll go back home again, and we'll scroll down on the side here. You can listen to us on your Android phone, on your iPhone. This tab right here will bring you to our station, which is live right now. It is really easy to get to and easy to say. Let me roll this up here. So it's Ritual Madness Podcast dot listen, LISTEN, the number 2 myradio.com, and it's simple to go there, or you can come to ritualmadnesspodcast.com and click right here, and it will bring you to our live page. And all you have to do is go right here and click that bad boy. So once you go to this page, we'll go back again. But once you go here and you click this tab, or you push in Ritual Madness Podcast listentomyradio.com, you can it brings you right to our station, and you can listen to us live. We do our live casts on Friday evenings from 9 p.m. till 12 a.m. And we try to do those as regular as possible. Our RSS feed, you can connect and subscribe to us there. This is the iTunes, subscribe on iTunes right here. And this is my favorite app right here is Stitcher. You can get a lot of good podcasts on Stitcher. And it seems to be very intuitive. You can listen to a lot of episodes right there from Stitcher. You can connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And I have a few videos up there of the, as you can see. Look, we'll pull right here. So Infamous Memories was one of the last podcasts that we did, and here's all the music that was played during the podcast. On YouTube, you can't hear any of that music. A lot of times they will block us because of the copyright infringement or copyright issues. But I usually try to have the band that's coming in to be being interviewed bring in 4 of their songs. So there'll be 4 of the songs mixed in here. You can listen to the full podcast here, but on YouTube, I usually keep those 4 songs and I play those first. So I'll play a song and then we'll go to the interview and we'll play it directly from there. So that's what you do. So when you want to listen to an episode, you can go right to the page and kind of scroll around too. But anyways, you just push this little tab right there. Just click it and it will start right there. So then you can listen to it here. Or again, you can go to the iTunes and Stitcher and all that stuff. And all you have to do is push in Ritual Madness Podcast, and you'll find us. A couple things I wanted to talk about right here is the Amazon link. This is something that keeps us kind of going here at ritualmanispodcast.com. And obviously the donation button down here. But when you click this Amazon link, you can actually put in something, any kind of keyword, any kind of music, or, something that you're looking for to buy. So when you do this, it'll bring you directly to Amazon with our link connected to it. So if you would do me a favor, if you're watching this far into the video, which I appreciate again, if you're watching this far into the video, this Amazon link really helps us out. It kicks us back a couple pennies, no cost to you at all. You just click this. You can search whatever it is right here in the search bar, the keywords there. It will bring you to Amazon. As soon as it brings you to Amazon, do me a favor and just go right up in the corner and bookmark it. Just bookmark that bad boy. And every time that you go and use your Amazon link, it helps us by kicking back a couple pennies. It doesn't cost you a damn thing. It just helps us keep going as a podcast. And I appreciate that very much. And right below there is a little donation button, and I'll click that. And when you go to the donation button, it will bring you to the Ritual Madness Podcast donation page. It says Ritual Stitches up here because it is actually another, it says look at purpose. Ritual Madness Podcast donations. This is just the email that I'm using for this particular deal here. So all you have to do is donate, and that would be great. It would help us out a ton, and I would appreciate it very much. As we scroll down here, we've got different links to friends of ours. This is the NOIDM 5-state regional chapter. You can go there and click on a bunch of stuff and see some stuff there. stuff and more stuff. Below there is Disciples of the Watch banner right here. The Root of All Evil banner. The H-Word podcast is a friend of mine who's a fantastic photographer and videographer and likes to talk about smut and doing all kinds of bondage photos and horror photos, and she's an awesome artist. Right below there is The Roar of the Underground, another local radio show. The Geek Savs are... they cover comic books, and they cover movies and TV shows, and they go through a lot of stuff. They're very cool cats. Eli and those guys over there. Below that is the Get Valiant podcast, which is run by another one of the brothers in the club, Eric Ogar. And below that is the Twin Town Tyrants link. That will bring you to the Twin Town Tyrant record page, and you'll be able to buy all of their stuff there. And below that is the Metal Soda page. It will bring you to Bill Gelberg's Metal Soda page, and he promotes just like I do all the time, and it's awesome. And very good guy, and also throws on a hell of a party. He's been doing for the last couple of years now the Medis Awards, which is a metal award show here in the Twin Cities. I know, who would have thunk it, that there's a metal award show. Below there's a little, that drummer guy is Josh Runquist. This cat does a lot for the music scene as well. And I guess not really so much the local stuff, but he does interview a ton of national bands, and he's been doing a ton. I mean, a buttload of national interviews. He does great interviews. Very cool guy. I've had him on the podcast a few times. Very nice guy. And check out his page as well. This is the Undead Scene. This is another group of photographers and musicians, and people promote here all the time and do a lot of cool stuff. And then I've got my anti-suicide banner here, my helpline deal here, and another Amazon link, a couple Amazon links in our little counter here. So that pretty much runs it down for you guys, and hopefully you want to check this stuff out, and we will try to keep all the content up as much as possible. I really appreciate you checking out the podcast and taking time to listen to it. And thank you very much. Thank you for the support, for the listens, for the likes. Don't forget to check us out: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube as well. And I'm going to be adding more and more content. So hopefully you want to check it out. So thank you very much. I'm the Hexagon. We're out. Don't forget to listen to us. Listen to ritualmanispodcast.com. Listen. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good night.